Okay, apparently the new dev update's out. When did that come out? Did that come out just now or what? Aha, for Demacia. Yes, it did. It did just come out. Okay, a little dev update watch. Go on then. What have they got to say for themselves? Let me remove the chat and the map cover.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Medla.
John subtitles?
Welcome to Season 1 of 2026.
We're back to talk more about some of the things we have coming this season, as well as a little bit about some plans later in 2026 and beyond.
Okay.
First though, let's quickly recap what you can expect when you log in tomorrow.
A shit client. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Demacia. W Demacia.
Whether you're playing ranked,
Hey, they
norms,
TP'd.
or swift play, you're in for some changes. Right off the bat, in those queues, you'll be hitting your first minions faster as we increase speeds in champ select and the first minion and jungle spawns.
Minions spawn faster.
We also
Don't
adjusted
AFK,
some
don't take a
gameplay
piss in
systems
champ select.
like Phalites for expanded temporary warding zones, 9 new and returning items, and a new demolish-like mechanic on towers called Crystalline Overgrowth.
He's just headbutting it.
We've streamlined some objectives as well, removing out account
Quick thing for the Phalites. The Phalites in the river spawn early, but the Phalites in your jungles spawn after the second Drake.
and his blood roses, as well as feats of strength. And we've made the remaining epic objectives, like Baron and Dragons.
And they've made it so if you press tab, you can't see their secondary runes. So if you want to know your enemy laner's secondary runes, check it in loading screen. Because when you press tab, it just shows, I think it's removed. And if you want to know if they have Cosmic Insight or not, press tab, when you have vision on them, put your mouse over their flash, and it'll say 300 seconds, or it'll say, I think it's 240 or something with Cosmic Insight. If it says 240, then it means they have Cosmic Insight, so they have Inspiration second.
A bit stronger. Finally, we're also adding a unique role quest to top, mid, and bot lane, similar to the jungle and support quests, which are also getting some upgrades. Each lane will progress on those quests by killing minions, taking towers,
The top lane
killing
one is the
enemies,
most
or helping
fun.
take down neutral objectives. And then once complete, these quests will grant rewards based off your position. That means an increased level cap and free teleport spell for top laners, tier 3 boots and empowered recall for mid, or more gold and a 7th item slot
I think top lane
for
is,
bot.
yeah.
There's a lot more in store,
bit game
including
breaking.
a whole bunch of additional changes for Swift Play. If you want a refresher, check out the dev blogs from December that are linked in the description. All right, moving on. Let's talk a bit about what you can expect going into Season 1. As we shared in December, this year we wanted to kick things off with unity, justice, and righteousness. And that means Demacia. But even more importantly, that means it's Shyvana time, y'all.
Is she out?
As most of you probably saw in yesterday's cinematic, she's looking pretty nifty with a new design. And after years of waiting, she's finally getting her update in Act 2 of this season. Now, aside from updated visuals for her base human and dragon forms, and of course all her skins, she's got a sort of a Dr. Mundo or Volibear level.
Ooh, it's a
gameplay
boss
rework.
champ.
At a high level, her abilities remain pretty similar, but her finer kit details and gameplay feel are meaningfully updated.
We really wanted to focus on connecting her two forms
sorry.
better throughout her kit. One of the clearest connections for that is her ult. Shyvana still gains fury when using abilities and taking down champions, cannons, and monsters. When she has enough fury, she can cast her ult to transform into an actual dragon this time
What?
and breathe down fire on everyone in her path.
Wait, what?
Another part of her kit that's pretty similar to
Wait,
now
that's
is her
cool as
passive.
fuck.
Shyvana will gain defensive stats and max fury for taking down champions, cannons, and neutral monsters. Build-wise, we wanted to preserve her ability to be played both as a bruiser or as a mage.
She's hybrid.
That said though, in terms
Like
of her core champion
Shojin,
theme, we want her
Cosmic
bruiser
Drive
build
and
to be the
shit like
primary
that?
choice. It's the most natural feeling one for most games. So we're going to be prioritizing that a bit over being a poke mage.
Poke
We
me.
want to save the rest of her kit for her full reveal in Act 2, and we can't wait to see what
Ah,
you
she's
all
not out
think when
till
you
Act
get your
2, so
hands
she won't be
or
out till
claws
spring.
on her in a few patches. Summoner's Rift has a Demacia-themed reskin with Petrocite towers, gold-winged accents, and a few Easter eggs. There will also be a handful of motion comics throughout the season
Wow.
that will follow up on some of the moments from the season start cinematic.
Outside of that, we also have a metagame that will be live tomorrow called Demacia Rising. We're trying something different this time with a metagame that evolves over the course of the season.
Looks like Cat
with
Quest.
updates coming out at regular intervals. In Demacia Rising, you'll experience the rise of the Kingdom of Demacia through the eyes of a young Lux, as she gets lessons in history, politics, and military strategy from her aunt, Tiana Crownguard.
You'll help take Demacia from its humble beginnings as a single
The fuck is
small
this, a
settlement
Clash of Clans?
to a beautiful, shiny nation. In Demacia Rising, you'll collect resources,
looks kinda fun.
unlock research, and recruit champions to grow your
Wait,
kingdom,
Age
all
of
while
War.
fighting off invaders
Dun,
and suppressing
dun, dun.
threats from within.
Now, we took a lot of learnings from previous
Hey,
metagames,
wait a minute.
and we wanted to make sure you could play the way you wanted to, rather than needing to, say, dedicate 15 to 30 minutes at a time when engaging with a metagame like this. This time, you can spend as much or as little time as you want building and managing your cities, and you'll be able to complete fights through auto-battling. Now, if you choose to spend more
Yeah, it
time
looks kind of
playing,
fun.
though, you'll be rewarded with some bonus Battle Pass XP.
And finally, outside of Demacia-related things coming this season, we also wanted to take a moment to discuss ARAM Mayhem.
They're keeping it.
It's been an incredibly popular mode since it came out last year. Tons of you have been playing it, and you've been telling us a lot about how much fun you're having with all the wacky augments. So, it's going to be sticking around for a while longer.
We're also working on a larger update to ARAM Mayhem that will come out in patch 26.3. We'll share a bit more about that, though, when we get closer to the time. Outside of thematic changes...
Chad, what was that game mode where there was a Xerath? And if you killed the Xerath or something, you got like, you ascended. Ascension. That one was crazy good.
We have another
That one
change
was
that
my
we're trialing
favorite.
in some regions starting tomorrow. Last year, we were working on really addressing game running behavior. Things like inting and griefing. And we have some other improvements to cut down on dodging and lobby trolling. Like removing the ability to ban your ally's hovered champion or making it so that autofill persists through dodges.
We have another body of work that pairs with those two efforts, lobby hostage intervention. Right now, there isn't a good way for us to take immediate action on bad actors who hold lobbies hostage by threatening to run it down or just to play something that doesn't work. Either you or someone else is forced to dodge, or you have to play the game out, which means more often than not, it ends in a loss. And while the perpetrator gets punished and you get some LP refunded, your time isn't.
So, starting tomorrow in some regions, you'll be able to terminate lobbies that are held hostage by bad actors. We've been running some tests on live servers for
Wait,
some
how does
time
that
now,
work?
using your lobby reports to refine the system. And we have high confidence in our day
Wait,
one
so-
accuracy. We're not going to explain exactly how this works, because we don't want said bad actors to try and find ways around the system. But we are going to look at a variety of triggers. Things like...
So I presume that it's kind of like in CS when you call a vote to kick someone. If 4 people in the lobby say this guy's trolling, the lobby ends if they all vote collectively. What happens if I just queue up on stream and they're all like, it's Caedrel, fuck him! And then they'll just kick me?
text intention. If somebody says, I'm going to run it down, we're actually going to trust them on that one. Or if they're doing something like taking ghost cleanse on a champ in a lane they never play.
What is it, like the lobby just turned into a game
the
of
lobby
Among
is
Us?
terminated, you'll be returned to the
Teemo
queue,
top is
similar
picked.
to how it works now
Is
when
it your
someone
main champ?
dodges.
Yes or no?
If you enjoy playing viable off-meta picks, don't need to worry about it. We still want experimentation to thrive in League, so we'll be closely monitoring how the system works with manual reviews.
What if your draft's bad and you
We'll be
all agree
rolling
to
out
just
these
report
changes
someone to
all
get rid of the
regions
draft?
slowly
Everyone choose
to ensure that it
Nunu.
remains high accuracy.
Outdrafted.
Okay, and with all that said, we're now going to hand things over to Riot Hylia and 100
Is
Piece Nuggets.
Bardenet's gonna
and
be
they'll
able to
talk
get a
bit
game
about
next season?
some of the skins we have coming
Is
out
he going to
this
be
season.
allowed through Champ Select? Fright Night!
Hi everyone, I'm A Million Piece Nuggets.
And I'm Riot Hylia. New year,
That's 100.
same us.
She said a million.
We're back to talk to y'all about skins, art, and who's going to be hitting the Rift in Season 1.
As Pabro and Medler said in December, we're going to have a mix of Demacian and non-Demacian skins to liven things up this season.
So, for both our grab bag skins and our larger lineups, we're reviving some beloved thematics as well as doing some totally new ones.
Starting off strong, next patch will have skins for all our fellow anime lovers.
No
First up,
way!
we have
Anime
Battle
skins!
Academia, Briar
Wait!
and Samira, alongside our new stylized take on mecha anime with a skin for Ornn and a new legendary skin for Galio.
I am
Where's
so
the Gundam
excited
Galio?
for Aegis Frame
What?
Galio. The
Is that Gundam Galio? Bro, okay, I take it back. It kind of goes kind of hard. Wait, hold up a second. Wait a minute.
Next patch will have skins for all our fellow anime lovers. First up, we have Battle Academia, Briar and
Force and
Samira,
skin?
alongside our new stylized take on mecha anime with a skin for
Mecha anime. Damn. Bro, Ornn looks like the guy from fucking, what's it called? Akame ga Kill. Incursio!
Ornn and a new legendary skin for Galio.
I am so excited for Aegis Frame Galio. The team's done an amazing job, and he is looking so cool in game.
So good.
I can't wait. Oh,
What
and
the-
of course, we'll also
That's
be
a-
celebrating Lunar Rebel this year.
That bangs, bro.
When we were deciding what skins to make, we had a few different ideas. We could bring back something that we haven't done in a while, or we could try something new entirely. And honestly, we couldn't
Bro,
decide.
Akame got killed
Why
last
not both?
episode.
Yep.
In Curcio was
Firecracker
goose
will be
chills.
returning this year, bringing a
When he's
fun,
stabbing the thing.
celebratory, and upbeat style to the holiday, with lots of,
Chills.
well, firecrackers.
Firecrackers. And then we'll have a new thematic that we're calling Petals of Spring that we made in collaboration with Wild Rift. Petals of Spring was inspired by the beautiful elegance of plum blossoms against snowy fields. We really wanted something that could herald the new season of spring with that
Whoa,
high
wait a minute.
beauty, just to make sure we had some tonal contrast from the fun of Firecracker.
But if you're looking for something a little goofier, don't worry.
Talk
We
to
have
me.
some pretty unhinged
to
ideas
me.
for April
Where's
Fools this
Penguin
year.
Garen?
Certainly
Where's
do. Like
Penguin
last
Garen?
year, we aren't going with a single overarching theme for April Fools, and instead, we're making skins based on what works well for each champion. And we were inspired by a pretty
What the
wide
fuck?
range of things, like balloon animals, pugs,
Sonks.
to name a few.
Later in Act 2, we'll see a darker side of Demacia with a new set of skins. And we've also got a totally new thematic we're
Wait, it's
introducing
Pug
for
Life
first in this year.
Sejuani.
It's a brand new take on the established Road Warrior theme, where we're reimagining it in a supernaturally fueled, engine-powered fantasy with more edge, leather, chrome, and maybe a little bit of werewolves?
Just a little bit.
Just enough, yeah.
All right, outside of regular skin drops, we wanted to take a moment to discuss some lists. So first, prestige skins.
Prestige Mother Morgana will be out tomorrow. And then later this
Mother.
season, Sona and Mordekaiser will also be receiving prestige skins.
Outside of prestige skins, we also have a mythic variant for Aurelian Soul coming next patch. And later this season, Master Yi will be getting one as well.
And finally, let's talk about Exalted skins. Last year we mentioned that Viego would be receiving one, and then that he was delayed. But now it's finally time. Next patch, Revenant Reign Viego will come to the Sanctum.
We worked with a ton of Viego mains to talk about what the ultimate Viego experience is, and it became pretty obvious. Killing your enemies and taking over their bodies.
Oh, and having
No
a huge
way.
sword.
Right,
Yeah.
the sword.
Yeah, iconic, yeah.
So with that in mind, we narrowed in on a combination of those two things. So Revenant Reign Viego collects swords
Ooh.
from his enemies, gaining power and unique visual effects for every class of enemy he
As
possesses.
long as he
There
doesn't
are a
break my
ton
game.
of cool moments and features in the skin that we cannot wait for y'all to see. So, keep your eyes peeled for the trailer that drops later today.
And finally, we wanted to let you know
There needs to be a champ like Dragon Ball Majin, when you can like be Majin Vegeta. Like, I know you know have Renata with the hostile takeover, but like some kind of Ditto champ who like throws his fucking snot at someone and it hits them, and then they can control their champion. And then to stop them, you have to hit the Ditto. Yeah. Enemy AD carry 10-0. You're the AD carry 10-0. Bum, 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 bum. Yo, guys, kill the blob, kill the blob. It's controlling me.
that the Victoria skin this season will be everyone's favorite
I should be on the
mustachioed
design
muscle
team, I
man,
should.
Braum. As a reminder, you can get the skin at any rank as long as you play enough games.
All right, well, that's it for us. We'll hand things over to the esports team who've got some updates on their plans for the year.
Esports,
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I betrayed Peanut, HLE Doran. What the fuck is that sign?
Hi everyone, I'm Waylon, head of international publishing and esports.
And I'm Chris, head of League of Legends Esports.
We're incredibly excited to welcome you to the start of the 2026 League of Legends esports season.
2025 was a historic year for us, filled with unforgettable storylines, big changes to the format, and incredible competition. And of course, a huge congratulations once again to T1, who made history by becoming the first team ever to win 3 consecutive world championships. What an unbelievable accomplishment for them and for all the fans who followed their journey.
Now, as we turn the page to new year, we're ready to kick off another incredible season, one that builds on everything we've learned, celebrates our global community, and continues pushing LoL esports forward.
Talk to me.
Let's dive into what's ahead for 2026
Head
and
first,
some
baby.
key updates shaping the future of LoL esports.
And what better way to begin the season than with our first global event of the year, First Stand.
First stand in Brazil.
From March 16th to the 22nd,
That's on my
we'll be
birthday!
bringing First Stand to Sao Paulo, Brazil at the Riot Games Arena. Brazil has always been home to some of the most passionate fans in the world, and we couldn't be more excited to bring this event to the heart of CBLOL country.
Brazil.
With the LCS and CBLOL
I'll
returning
turn
as
30
independent leagues,
during
the
First Stand.
competition
What
will
the
now
fuck?
feature 8 teams battling for early season dominance and regional pride. We'll be welcoming 2 teams from the LCK, 2 from the LPL, and 1 each from the
Wrap it
LEC,
up.
LCS,
Two
CBLOL,
LCK
and
teams. Two LPL,
LCP.
wrap it up.
Every match will be best of 5, which means more games, more silver scrapes, and more opportunities for
Yo, I
teams
think the
to show
MSI
their
format
skill,
from this year was crazy.
adaptability,
You keep
and
that
their
one.
creativity under pressure.
And that's just the beginning of what's ahead for our 2026 global events. After First Dan wraps up in Brazil, we'll head into the mid-season invitational
Please keep MSI
hosted
the
this
same.
year in Daejeon, South
Please.
Korea, marking the first time we've ever brought MSI to this incredible city. We'll have more to share on the venue soon, but we couldn't be more excited to bring one of our biggest international events to a new stage in South Korea.
Same.
And as we head into the new season, in the wake of the success of Fearless, we're continuing to refine how League is played at the highest level.
So?
We've been exploring an improvement to side selection
Hey, yo.
in order to give players and teams
It's map side
more
and draft
agency in
side,
the
right,
draft.
surely?
Yeah, so after detailed discussions with regional leagues, pro teams, and our gameplay team, we've decided to decouple side selection and draft order
yeah.
through a new approach we're calling first selection. Here's how it works. Teams who previously had the right of side selection will now have the right of first selection. That means they can choose either which side to play on, blue or red,
Or which side to draft on.
whether to pick first or second in the draft.
that's
Once
kinda-
that choice is
that's
made,
kinda fun.
their opponent can choose the other. So if Team A chooses to play on blue side, Team B gets to decide whether they're going to draft first or second. Or if Team A chooses to draft first, then Team B gets
Is
to
that
decide
worldwide
which
or what?
side they'll play on.
That's quite good,
This
actually.
decoupling gives pro teams more strategic flexibility
good.
to shape their approach based on their comfort, their preparation, their opponent scouting, whatever.
Definitely a lot of people will
rather
be
than having
confused
to
to begin
rely
with,
on
but
the baked-in advantage that is tied to color.
And our goal here is simple. We want to empower teams to make meaningful choices
I mean,
that reflect their
I
strategy.
can tell you, from my opinion at least, draft selection will be the #1 choice. The side itself is obviously less impactful. So people will choose their favorite side, and then I think the side of the game itself from you're playing from, it's kind of personal preference. You know, red side, it's easier to do Drakes. Blue side, it's easier to contest Nash. There's no Atakan. So I actually don't know which side people will choose. Maybe red side's a bit easier.
season preparation, while also
play
helping
from.
to mitigate side imbalance through competitive decision-making rather than through hard-coded advantages. We consider this a minor but targeted update, one designed to complement Fearless draft, not redefine it. We'll continue to test, monitor, and collect feedback from players and fans as the season unfolds, ensuring that this new approach drives the right kind of competitive balance and depth that we're aiming for.
As we continue refining how competition evolves, it's just as important to honor the
Wait, are they
players
doing
who have
this for
shaped
all
League
leagues or
Esports
what?
into what it is today. Hall of Legends will return later than usual this year, but fans can still expect its comeback ahead of Worlds 2026. We'll have more to share in the months
I
ahead,
didn't even know we were
but we
doing
can
for AC.
promise that our third inductee is another true icon who has left an unforgettable mark on our esports community.
Forcing.
Well, that's a wrap on the latest updates from LoL Esports. We're looking forward to another incredible year of competition, and we'll have more to share soon about our upcoming global events and future updates.
So to every player, every team, every fan around the world, we wish you the best of luck in the 2026 season.
Thank you.
Let's make it another year to remember for League of Legends Esports.
Thank you.
Before we go, we want to talk about some longer-term plans for League after 2026. We're often asked if we're going to make League of Legends 2 someday. And the answer to that has been and remains no.
But
We've always been committed to constantly improving and updating League,
But-
from new game modes and champion
But-
updates to balancing the game every other week and so on.
There are some things, though, that do make the most sense as part of a larger bundle of changes. And with that in mind, we've been working on some bigger updates to League.
We're not quite ready to show you our work in
We saw this.
progress. It's coming along well, but it's just not ready for a first look yet. We want to tell you about some of those things that, at this point, the majority of the League team are now working on.
So, for starters, we're making a brand new around game client that's fully integrated with the in-game experience, rather than being a separate application like today.
We're also revamping Summoner's Rift with entirely
New
new visuals
game engine,
and
new
a
game
bit of new
engine.
gameplay.
Plus some changes to runes and how
bro,
you make
get
some
that fucking
pre-game
rusty
choices.
spanners out of the
And
works.
we're overhauling the new player experience so that once we're done, it should be the best time ever to get your friends into League.
You can play with the
There
Xbox
is a bit more to
controller.
this update than we've mentioned here, and we'll have more to share sometime later this year between MSI and Worlds. Until then, we'll still of course have regular dev updates on everything else going on.
Your love and dedication to League is what drives us to make this game better. Your voices and input are vital to League and will help shape where we go next. So as always, thank you so much for your time, your support, and just for everything.
Dankeschön.
Good luck.
Thank you for the
have fun,
videos, bro.
We'll see you on the
With these dev updates.
Thank you all.
With
Bye-bye.
them so hard. Chad, they're basically... listen, I don't want to put words in their mouth, but they're basically making League 2. You can call it League, whatever the fuck, League, next League, this League, that League 4, League 7, League 6. It's basically League 2. Let's call it League 2. Deal? Come on. Why not? Bro. Yo, Steven! League just released League 2. Oh, shit. I'm gonna get home from... Bro, I'm gonna play that tonight. You can't just be like, we're updating the game extremely hard. What about League of Legends 1.5? They didn't say anything about that. What if we just don't go over the number 2? Bro, call it number 2. I got some great recommendations for League 2. I think that there's a few champions in the roster that need to move on into like Fortnite or some shit. Why don't we just... Now's the perfect time. Now's the perfect time. It just is. If we're getting rid of the gunk in the servers and we're giving it a new engine, why don't we give it some new tires too? Fuck those old rusty tires. There's a few champs that need to be removed and we can all move on and be happy. We can leave them in like a League of Legends Classic one day.